Hello, this is Brian. Welcome back to my shop. I have some progress on the tail wheel on my little Genius plow that I'd like to share with you. So let's go take a look at what I've done. Stand by. Let's start with this picture of the tail wheel. I want to point out a handful of things. One, just the condition of the rim, pretty rusty. The condition of the hub, pretty rusty. And take a look right in here. That it's not a castle nut. It's something that's held on by a 5/16 pin. That's going to give me a lot of trouble. And the pin, good luck getting the pin out. And here's the dust hub. It was always broken on the end. That's how I got the plow. And this was just full of dirt. I heated it up a little bit with a propane torch, not too much, and when I put a pipe wrench on it, it just shattered. I put that crack in to get the thing off, and it came off easy once I cracked it. But I want to say this hub looks pretty bad. This dust hub looks pretty bad. But it has a lot going for it because the threads, this is a threaded on thing, the threads are still in good shape, and this outer ring is in good shape. So because of that, this isn't automatically garbage. This dust cap has a lot going for it. And I'm going to fix it up. I'm going to show you that in just a second. It's actually a woodworking day. I'm turning this rough sawn oak, and here's some more, into stair treads and stair risers. Here's some risers ready to go. Look how beautiful that wood is. And look at this. Here's that tire. Cleaned up. Let me zoom out just a touch. I think that'll help. Yeah, cleaned up real nice, painted up real nice. It's holding air real nice. I like everything about it. Here's the spindle. Cleaned up nice. The hardware cleaned up nice. The threads are in great shape. That's where the dust hub screws on. Now the inside is worn. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. We have to do something about that. But hub's in pretty good shape. The rim's in great shape. The rubber tire is serviceable. Let's go to the hub. On my workbench, I cut the old busted cast iron part off with the hacksaw. And here's the hub, and it's repaired. Here's the ring. I reused the ring. I welded up my crack. I used a piece of metal tubing. And by the way, that's kind of a difficult weld, to weld steel tubing, thin wall tubing, to a heavier cast iron ring. I actually used a 2-inch electrical conduit coupling. Turned out to be the right size. And you can see I have a little bit of Bondo in there to cover up my undercut and stuff like that. And I put a cap on out of the electrical cover, and that I elected to weld from the inside. It's pretty easy MIG welding like that because the cap traps all your shielding gas. It actually turns out kind of nice. And a grease zerk. So this is ready for primer, but this is what the hub turned out. It went from this to this. And it'll get primered and painted here in just a little bit. I also got that thing off. It's a stopper. It's not a castle nut. It may look like a castle nut, but it's not threaded. I just cut that with the Dremel tool, and it came off. Now Adam will have to make a new one. He and I will design something, and he'll make it on his lathe. And unbelievably, that 5/16 pin came out. I cut off the top, and I drilled by hand right through the thing. And then pressed it out with a punch. Unreal that this came out. Look how rusted in that thing was. I'm just shocked that it came out. So let's go to the plow once, and I'll show you what I've done to the plow. But that is the dust hub in its completed shape, well short of primer and paint. But the welding is done, the fabricating is done, and I'm very happy with it. Here's what I did on the plow. I started with this vice grip. Remember, the vice grip was very important to George, and he did not want to take the vice grip off. The vice grip has some sort of story that we don't know, and George is gone. But before George passed away, when we were talking about this, he said, do not remove the vice grip stays. So I sandblasted this piece, clear coated the vice grip, and started painting. And you know, take all the nails out and put cotter keys in. But that's the vice grip. Something happened someday, they put a vice grip on, and that's the way it was. So the next project is this, the shaft. Pull this off once. I have a plastic cover on. Yeah, the shaft is in real bad shape. It looks like the surface of the moon. Here, it's hard to see because it's full of grease. That's where that 5/16 pin was. But I think I'm going to put a sleeve on the shaft. I think I'm going to put an 1 5/16 by 1 9/16 sleeve on the shaft is how I'm going to fix this up. But I'll have to think about that a little bit on what I'm going to do. But it has started, and of course you've seen in my other videos it's sitting on really nice rubber now, and the rims are in fantastic condition. So this plow has a lot going for it, doesn't it? Well, thanks for watching. We're making progress. But today I'm going to go back to making sawdust. I usually don't weld or grind in the last 3 or 4 hours of the day, kind of a fire watch thing. So back to planing and joining. Thanks for watching, and I'll keep you posted as I make more progress on this plow. Bye now.